Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Getting into the last video of the day, I guess. We have a couple of influencers. Egirls have you suffering the consequences of what feminism has lied to them. And we're gonna go over this because it's kind of eye-lining. I really want the younger women over there kind of realizing maybe what these women are doing are not a greatest move that they have done, because feminism has lied to them. So what we get into is that 37-year-old single influencer sick of waiting for the perfect partner enjoys solo honeymoon. That's just sad. Love thyself. An influencer who was fed up being single decided to take herself on a solo honeymoon and vowed to stop depending on men to make her happy. Brittany Allen revealed that in 2022 she traveled to London and froze her eggs before booking her dream vacation in France and Italy, reports Jones Press. Since then, Allen has been living her best single life. I think everyone has always has days where they're like, I want that, the deep romance, but mostly I don't feel pressure to get married, said Allen in a YouTube video. I heard this quote once that if you got married at 50 to the love of your life, you could be with this person for 30 years. My longest relationship was around 5 years, and that felt like forever. So 30 years to be with the love of your life makes me so happy I'm not in a rush, continued the influencer. According to Allen, her outlook on life comes from her parents. I really support her parents, realize, and they're just like, Britt, we want you to experience everything in life to have so much fun. Allen said that her parents told her marriage is amazing, kids are amazing, but it's not this perfect solution, and it's really hard. Not everyone gets a perfect marriage or, perfect children. According to the influencer, her parents encouraged her to live her life to the fullest. Despite loving her life, the Seattle native is not above worrying over societal pressures. My 20-year-old self was completely different. I wanted to have a stay-at-home mom, confessed Allen. I was in love with a guy that I knew from high school, and I thought we were going to live in the same town and get married and have kids by 27 or 30. I would have some passion projects on the side. I was going to be a mom and never leave Seattle by at 25. We broke up and I have gone in a completely different direction, continued Anna. I think she would be in awe, and I also think it's quite cool that what she thought was true in life was actually the opposite. Anything that you think is going to happen probably won't really happen. Since the breakup, Allen realized the honeymoon shouldn't be confined to married couples. There are so many places I want to go. Well, that's kind of what a honeymoon is you go to it because you are with your significant other. There's a whole bunch of cope right now. But I was waiting for that perfect partner, the perfect relationship, said Allen. South of France was one of them. In Venice, Italy, going on a gondola ride, going on Africa safari. Now that I am in my mid to late 30s, I'm like, wait, why am I waiting? Since going on her travels, Allen has posted her journey on social media and served as a source of empowerment to other single women. People really love that content. I think I've had, I probably had 1,000 messages of women planning the Omi Moons. Gush Allen, it says, it's been really cool to know it's inspired to women to solo travel, and I would like to say you're not going to regret it. I'm not going to say that women shouldn't be allowed to travel or go to solo vacations, stuff like that. I don't think that shouldn't really be a thing. But what I am saying is not have this woman lie to you and have you fall down into her same type of level. Here's what this woman's doing, ladies. That she's trying to take what she's experiencing, her horrible experience and her sadness, and try to bring you down with her. Don't do that. What you should do is between all the way through, I want to say, 18 through 27, 28, try your very best to find a partner that you can have as least amount of bodies that you can have, at the very most have at max 4, but I'm not going to condone that you should have any bodies. I should say you should have the least amount of sex as possible, and then find somebody that is right for you, obviously. But if you're going to go out and do what this woman does, be single at the age of 37 and be completely miserable, then I don't know what to tell you. Don't do what this woman is doing. She is trying to take you down with her. And I'm trying to tell you, don't listen to this woman and don't let her take you down with her. You find somebody that is good for you, and that will make your life significantly better. And if you want to stay at home and not have to do work or whatever, have your husband or what have you take care of you, which I don't know if the husband's going to get married in this day and age, because getting married in any kind of fashion is bad. Then that's good, right? So Yeah, I think don't let the feminism push try to tell you like, oh, well, go get your career and all that, because no, that's not gonna be good. You're wasting all your youth and your time for something that you could do at in almost any point in your life, especially when you have a man that can help you, rather than all this other BS. So I mean, make your choices lightly. And if you don't listen to me, okay, well then we'll see what happens to you about 10 years later from now when you think that you're youthful forever when that's not the case, and then by that time you'll be miserable, just like her. So, I mean, take what I say with a grain of salt. It's up to you to make your own decisions. I'm just trying to help you out. If you don't want to believe me or say I'm a misogynist or whatever, well, that's your choice, not mine. It's such an empowering feeling to know I was brave. I did this when I'm doing something for myself. You know, I'm a nurturing person that wants to explore the world. Continued Alan. When you're on, it's less scary. I've made some videos to help women go through all those nuances of solo travel, like dining alone. Even though Alan has a positive outlook on things, her video has come under fire from several internet folks. Trolls. It's just always just random men that are trolls, and I'm like, if it's not clear, this page is not for you, so please leave, say to Alan. I'm not asking you to be a part of this conversation, but it's always the misogynistic, insecure men that make the comments. Yeah, you say that because that is the reality of your. That's the reality. Because they're making you face reality. They're making you see that, yeah, it's sad that you have to go in by yourself because you follow this feminism ideology that made you go into get into that place that where you are now, and you have to cope and try to find some type of rationalization onto why you're in this position. So you go after men and say misogynics and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a typical thing for a woman like this. You know, they actually hate their lives. They're bitter and angry that they can't find a partner because it seems you should be trying to find a partner, but you can't. So I mean, it is what it is. Good analogy has put dreams of being a mom on hold for the moment and chose to travel the world. Egg freezing in America is insanely expensive, and only really big tech companies or big corporations usually cover it, explained Alan. Otherwise, it could be around $18,000, so I couldn't afford that. Alan revealed that the first time she tried to freeze her eggs, the medicine didn't work, and she eventually had to stop taking it, but that wasn't deter her. My body just wasn't picking up the medicine correctly. My follicles were not growing, so after 8 days, I had to stop, said the influencer. I hope this spring and probably next fall that I'll try freezing again, and so once I do that, I think I'm really going to have a lot of peace of mind. I don't think that's going to end up working. Freezing eggs doesn't really do too much. And by the way, once you reach past the age of 35, it's just all downhill. You pretty much have no eggs at all. So I don't know where she's really getting this. Ellen said that while her moon worked for her, she's aware that there is no one size fits all route. Now that I'm 37, I've seen a lot of women go in different paths, and one is not better than the other. You're not instantly happy if you're married. You're not instantly happy if you're a mother, said Alan. In some ways, I think being more independent and single is easier. I can scroll in bed in the morning. I can look up 5 steps a week if I want to go somewhere. The world is my oyster now, said Alan. I definitely have real pressures, but one life is not better than another. I think it's just again trying to cope. In other words, she hasn't grown up yet. Being a parent is not about traveling the world, seeing what's there, nor is marriage about falling in love. It's about two different people supporting one another, growing and maturing together and nurturing one another. Their love grows over time. When children see a loving relationship at home, the parent becomes their example for a relationship. Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree with this person. Is that you don't get the ability to do whatever you want. You have to find that works with both of you, and it's hilarious that you're actually in this state. We also have another one here. Influencer Bella Veras roasted after complaining about rent increase. Get a real job. It goes on to say Blair forged her career as an influencer after coming in second place on Network's 10th season of The Bachelor in 2020, but after the 28-year-old revealed that she had to leave her two-bed unit in Sydney's swanky Vaucluse when her landlord increased the rent by 29 cents per week, she's taking her heat from frustrated Australians. On social media, many claim Veras, who regularly shows off her designer purchases on Instagram, could easily have afforded her rent increase if she reduced unnecessary expenditures. Exactly. Others expressed their lack of sympathy after she posted a string of snaps from inside her own new apartment that showed her offer designer furniture belongings. A post detailing Vera's plight, which saw her rent hiked to $768 a week, shared by account influencer Updates AU, has been flooded with cutting remarks. Maybe she should get a real job, one user wrote. Feed full of designer bags that she's rich, but then can't even afford the rent, another said. As another said, I'm confused by influencers who flaunt going on holidays in their Dior bags, complaining about rent increase. Thought it would be a breeze for them to pay, but I guess even $100K for her followers doesn't mean money. I agree. I think a lot of these e-girls or whatever, they spend their money horrendously bad in every way possible. If you're spending like 3K a month, maybe find an apartment that's only like 2K or 1900 or something like that. Something around there. Not where you're spending an outrageously amount of money. $1,000 goes a long way, lady. And stop buying and having super expensive stuff. And maybe you might be able to afford rent. Maybe you might be able to live easier, honestly. But you chose this lifestyle, and you're being a child, not being able to accommodate your money correctly. Invest into other things that can help increase your money flow. Do stuff that actually benefit you, that doesn't instead of something that negatively affects you. Stop being a child. Very financial struggle, which is being felt by Austin's era, was made public when she took to Instagram stories complaining about her landlord allegedly neglecting to fix basic problems. Not moving out because I want to, but my owner never fixed anything in this place. And then tried to put the rent up to $400, $260 a week, so it was hard for me. She claimed on Sunday. Well, it's simple. Why don't you find another apartment that is more suitable? Or a house that's more suitable. It's not that hard. Be an adult. I'm so tired of these e-girl influencers complaining about this stuff. It's really annoying because there are so many ways to better your life that instead of you choose the hard way because you want this luxurious lifestyle. The dishwasher was broken, flight screens were broken, top lock on the door was broken, the oven had no symbols on the dials for temperature. The balcony door never closed properly. Was actually horrible, but it served a purpose in my life for the last year. These issues were enough to convince everyone of her struggles, with some mocking their apparent lack of severity. Wow, I can't believe her oven had no symbols. Pure torture. Yeah, that's such a horrible problem. It's easily be fixed. She could live out west within her means, and not many people, even without this inflation prior, could afford a flat another added. However, there is plenty of support for flat with many not blaming the current rental crisis as a joke. No one is immune from the cost of living crisis and rental crisis. We are all suffering right now. Those prices are absolutely insane, and a Horvath once said. Yeah, but of course, everything is worse, and everything's about to get significantly worse. So, lady, you better start learning on how to manage your money better because it's about to get a lot worse. And sorry, e-girls, but it's time to start realizing what life is and to stop leaving life on easy mode. I can't wait till it gets more difficult for you all because it's going to be great to see it. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.